Share button. Oh, right, I need to share it on Twitter. I mean, X. Almost forgot about X. Marks the spot, I guess. Right there. Oh, what's going on, Jispy? I didn't see you. Welcome to the stream chat. I was just doing my usual thing, you know, sharing the stream around before, you know, we actually start. Speaking of starting, I need to go ahead and put the game into its own separate window on my screen so that way I have a better view of it, because it looks tiny as heck whenever I have it pulled up on OBS without, you know, actually opening it in its own dedicated window. Right there. Like that. That looks serviceable to me. Have myself a cup of coffee and some water. Ready. Right, so to make sure that it runs good, I should probably... Oh, wait, I didn't share it around here yet. YouTube video link. No, I guess not. So this is a new Skyrim mod, right? I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Never really played Skyrim. I think that's everywhere I needed to share it. At least one more person would show up. Oh, what's going on, Retro Gamer Yasuke? Welcome to the stream. We were going to continue Alan Wake today, because I wanted to get as much of Alan Wake done before Halloween. At least the main game. It's 6 episodes long with 2 bonus episodes that were DLC. Either way, let's not waste any more time and just go ahead and start the game already.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
So
How
3
the hell did she
ransom.
get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff.
Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
A writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose? She's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers. Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Sure, that's not at all important.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Okay, I thought he was gonna say something else.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al. Oh, what's...
Oh. Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt...
What's to say? I might need to restart my PC because the internet is acting stupid, but I'll wait and see if it fixes itself. Oh, okay. So, one thing I prefer about Twitch is you can expand the window, but still have the chat on the side. On YouTube, you could only have one or the other. I saw that coming a mile away with her robotic speech. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. And I keep starting to type, but messing up the video. Yeah, I was gonna joke about her acting like a robot, but then accidentally pause the video trying to type that. Okay.
just hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jacker. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
I'm surprised this TV didn't smoke up. Oh. I see.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Damn, look at Barry
was
right
out of
there.
it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Oh, that's not nice.
Right. Sir. So handsome.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. Have a nice day. Come back soon.
Whatever, let's get going. Jill. Oh, Barry.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible.
What's it say?
Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Okay, I don't really know what to make of that. Also, Gisby, I think you might want to just consider maybe reloading the page you're on rather than just restarting your whole PC.
No time to waste.
Was this way right? Or am I remembering things wrong? Either way, I'm just going for the most open spots I see first and foremost. Oh, no, get out of the corner. You can't climb over a fence. Helen. Oh. Oh, never mind. Looks like I was taking the hard way around. I ended up closing and reopening my browser. It seems to have fixed it. Okay.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Calmer, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny. You know, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, you know, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, you know, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
I'm sure Danny won't mind us talking about our private business on the radio.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl. This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slane! What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Oh shoot. Right now, we just need to evade the police as much as possible. We don't want to get into their searchlights, because that will happen. Oh gosh. Oh, is this a, I didn't know this guy was in the Matrix. Yeah, bullet time for real. Hey, it's been a while. Oh, what's going on, Sherry? It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since I've seen you in the stream chat or anywhere. It's nice to, you know, see you again. Been a hot minute. Let's see. You know, Alan could make a case for false arrest since the FBI dude called him both Hemingway and Spillane. Alan Wake is no Solid Snake, clearly. Yep, clearly. It's because he doesn't smoke, isn't it? I see a page. The dark presence sleeps.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory, and the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to again. When it sensed the writer in the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Let's see. Sorry, I don't have Discord anymore, but I have an Instagram. Oh, okay, that's cool. You gotta move on. Oh, gosh. This reminds me of Silent Hill Downpour. One of the obstacles were cop cars. How did they spy you that would unleash monsters? I remember a reviewer making a joke out of that. This isn't Sonic R. Well, clearly not. I mean... Man, I'd say it's just as good as Sonic R, honestly. What's going on, Duo Stuff? Welcome to the Alan Wake stream. This is the third of them. We're on episode 3 of Alan Wake. There were 6 total episodes with 2 DLC ones, if you didn't know. And it's not even Sonic Blast. Of course, it is superior to Sonic Blast. I've never played Silent Hill Downpour. Is it good? I've heard mixed things on Downpour. I heard that it is, okay, and then I've heard that it's terrible, and then I've also heard that it's actually pretty good. Anyways, we need to keep up our run away from the coppers. Boys in blue. Pigs. Oh, poor Andy. Let's give him a moment.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
How can it be superior to Blast? Alan Wake doesn't have Blast processing. Well, does Sonic Blast have blatant product placements? Bet you didn't think of that, did you? Okay, how did that car cop get on that rock on a hill? It's the darkness. Oh, shoot.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Like somebody driving through the woods. Wow. I don't even want to guess how that happens. But yeah, somehow that's gonna be Wig's fault too. Fly, my pretties, fly. Anyways, is there any collectibles here before we go ahead and continue on with the plot? Around here on the bottom? And we need to go check the top anyways. Yeah, like there's at least something up here. Let's listen to the radio for a bit.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over. Thornton here. Jake, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They put up a fight or anything. My name is... Hey, come on. Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Rose's scotch about it, you know what I mean? Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Not the kind of radio I was thinking of, but I guess that's also serviceable. At least it has a little world building. Oh hey, let's go ahead and look through this.
I can see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Sonic Blast has blatant product placement, showing you the product Sonic Blast, the shake from the fast food chain. Well, I mean, I guess. But does it have Energizer batteries?
I imagine that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
I thought the Shadow people wanted you dead. Now they help? Well, it's more like... Okay. Like I was...
shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
So we need to go find a light right now. Like I was saying, it's more like that they're trying to keep the story going, honestly. It'll make sense as we go through the story. I already see a light that we can use there, but it doesn't have any, you know, power to it, so let's go ahead and give it some power. And like that. Oh, Random Geek. If I did a Five Nights at Freddy's watch party on Discord, would you attend? What do you mean watch party? Like, watching you play the games, or like? I mean, either way, I think I would. Sounds fun. Trying to get to a radio station. What is this, Slender the Arrival now? I guess so. Does Alan Wake have mind-blowing 3D graphics on an 8-bit handheld, though? No, but can... Wait, never mind. But it can run on a Nintendo Switch. It's on the Nintendo... Okay. Okay, I guess that's one thing for us to see. Oh! Finally! Good, we have some way of protecting ourselves now. Let's see. They're trying to keep the story going to find out why we need to keep the story going. Alan, wake me up inside. Yep. Like the Twisted Metal TV show watch party. Oh yeah, then I would definitely, join in on that.
It took
Sounds
me
like
a
fun.
moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Sonic Blast is also on Switch through Sonic Origins. That... Duo, I'm gonna be honest, that sounds like crap. I hear a cat. That's, Get away. There you go. Yeah, that's my sister's cat. Let's see. Yeah, dude, someone's probably playing Ninja Gaiden. No, I have never played Ninja Gaiden as it is. Damn, I got stuck on a tree. That happens a lot, actually, for me. Alan recognizes flashbang grenades, huh? Well, I mean, they are pretty distinctive from regular grenades, I feel. And for a decent amount of time, they will be our weapon of choice. And they are an amazing weapon to have. Look at that, right here. If I can get a good angle on it. Energizer batteries. Tell me, does your Sonic Blast have that? I didn't think so. Let's hear the radio.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Geek, whatever you do, don't play Ninja Gaiden, or else. Well, either way, I don't let that cat in my room. I do not ever intend on letting that cat in my room again. Let me drop it. Oh, come on, I thought that would have made him stop for a moment, I guess. I don't remember this game as well as I thought I did. First death of the stream, I guess. Oh well. Does Alan Wake have Knuckles, though? No, but it doesn't need Knuckles. It already has plenty of people who don't chuckle. Yeah, let's get a move on. I'm pretty sure we don't need to kill them. These must be old batteries, considering they don't last at all. We all know Energizer is supposed to last forever. Maybe it's not the rechargeable ones. All these crashed cop cars make me think so many policemen turned on Euro music and tried to drift and it didn't work. Ah, that's funny. More flashbang grenades. Let's see. Deja Vu. I never heard the lyrics to this one song. Higher off the beseats and something or other, whoa. Yeah, but like, every game could be improved by Knuckles. I don't know about that. Would Knuckles Chaotix be improved by more Knuckles? Surprised I haven't come across any of those bear traps that we did in the last episode. Anyways, where's the, oh, there it is. Give us a moment.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
I 100% agree with this statement. Well, yeah, I agree with it, but they don't really need Knuckles anyway. They could be improved, but they don't need it already. Like, Alan Wake is already like a... I hesitate to say a 10 out of 10 game because I feel like there are things that could be improved in Alan Wake. Given hindsight with like modern day improvements that we have with games. Well, I'd say it's damn close to a 10 out of 10 game. I thought I saw a page over here. Just add Knuckles for a top-notch Sonic experience. I don't know. I mean, do you think Knuckles really would have improved the experience that was, Sonic Forces? No, that game was already terrible. He would have just made it somehow even worse, honestly, with how brain-dead Knuckles was in the campaign. I mean, story. It feels weird calling, you know, stories campaigns for games like Sonic. So I'll just call it story mode. And imagine if Knuckles jumped in and beat Kamoshida in P5, for example. It'd be at least 4.3 times better. It would actually be at least 10 times better. And secondly, I feel like that would go very out of left turn, considering what P5's story was, especially at that point in the story. It just feels so out of place and jarring that it would probably ruin the pace of the game altogether.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt her.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends.
He's here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Huh. I thought it would have been longer. I remembered it being longer right there.
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Nah, Knuckles doesn't need plot justification. I feel like he does if he's just gonna come out of nowhere and beat the shit out of Kamoshida from Persona 5. I mean, if he was a Persona, then I'd be 100% on board with that. Imagine just straight up like Sonic the Hedgehog characters being Personas in the Persona series. That would be so freaking cool. I can hear more than coming. What did this do for us anyway? Oh. Well, that's good too. Ooh, finally! A gun. Huzzah! Oh. I imagine Nightingale is just mad because he hates being named after the killer birds that destroyed his helicopters. Is there gonna be more driving? Possibly. I don't remember if it's in this episode.
No sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Huh. I thought I saw a pump action shotgun here. But what are your opinions on Sonic Frontiers? Well, I haven't played Sonic Frontiers since like maybe I feel January maybe. It was like not that long after it came out. It was like actually it was like 2 months after the game came out. I haven't played the DLC for it, so I don't know how like that goes for it. But what I remember from Frontiers is that it was a pretty good Sonic game. It just needed like a few adjustments, and it would have been probably one of the best Sonic games to come out in the last few years. Not that that's any kind of like difficult competition with titles like Sonic Forces and Sonic Lost World. That's a good thing to have on. The darkness controls the what? Taken. I feel like we've already read that before, though. One thing I didn't like about Frontiers was its over-reliance on using the same few themes over and over again. Level themes, I mean. Oh wait, I still got some of these. let's see. A vehicle! I'll steal it. Nobody will ever know. I mean, I feel like someone will know. How did that turn off? Is ready to turn on the initial D music. Okay, that's pretty cool. I probably should have turned that on. It probably would have helped out a little bit in that, you know, scenario right there. Didn't see it before. Is there... Do I get anything from doing this? I don't remember or not. Yeah, but we got the best Sonic game. Sonic... No, I'm not even gonna finish that. I am not going to even... I can't even, like, entertain the idea of calling that the best Sonic game. Especially whenever it looks worse than the Wii version. And it's not the goated DS version. You gotta admit, Sonic Colors DS is goated. Anyways, let's see what's on here.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Oh, I don't think I actually got that page before. Isn't the best Sonic game Freedom Planet? Well, that's not even a Sonic game. So it shouldn't count. Fan games should not count in the discussion for the best, you know, anything. They go into their own category. I get that that's a joke, but I'm just saying that from my opinion.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Back in 2010, critics claimed Sonic Colors was the best modern Sonic game with the best story in the series since it was, quote, a goofy cartoon. Yeah, I remember that. I felt like, even back then, I didn't even like the story in Colors. It felt too... Considering that, like, the last few Sonic games that we had before then, it felt too kid-adic, I guess. It felt too childish. And I'm saying that after, like, you know, the stories that were in, freaking, that was in, like, Heroes and Adventure 1. Well, Heroes especially. That was the most, like, kid-adic story I'd say there was. And I'm going to go ahead and step away for a moment. I think I hear something outside. And I just, switch. Alright, can y'all hear me? Can I be heard? Can the random geek be heard? Actually, wait, hold on. Of course, why am I not surprised that you spam Among Us memes? Also, DDLC Clubroom based. Yeah, I figured, because, I mean, it's a nice background. Okay, well, I guess I'll go ahead and switch back over to the game now. And that looks like that was it. Y'all can hear the game, right? I'm just making sure before, like, before I go ahead and start playing the game again. Y'all can hear the ambient. I don't know if that's the right word to use. Oh, you hear the cat again. I'm back. Is this stream actually still going?
I want to get you a shirt, I said.
Anyways, guess we can go ahead and start back up again. Is everyone actually still here or not? Because that was a long time, and I kind of figured that everyone kind of would have just disappeared after that. Hope it will not tempt me right now. I'm guessing because GSP was able to put a text in the, put a message in the chat. I'll go ahead and just keep on going.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. It keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
If you waited too much longer, I would have just gone, okay. But that sounds like I'm blaming you for poor, I guess. I mean, it's not the first time someone's blamed me for poor hygiene. Honestly, it isn't. And I'm sure it's not the last. Sounds like breathing. Yeah, Geek was just busy doing it. There's nothing else here, right? Nope. Wrong day anyways, duo. It's still Wednesday. Here, well, let's go ahead and get back to it.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Ooh.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Follow. So when does... No, never.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
I have to say, did I just die there for a moment? Kitty really wants to be part of this stream. No, he doesn't. He just wants to piss everywhere.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Next chapter. I mean episode.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Ooh, heavy-duty flashlight, yes. Longer battery, but as a cost, it also consumes more batteries if you decide to put in new batteries. Hey, what should we do for an enemy? Have inanimate objects lift up and just fling themselves at Alan? Brilliant! Yeah, we need to go ahead and find ourselves a car or a truck or something. I'm pretty sure even Alan would take a bicycle at this point. Maxed out on that ammo, okay. That wasn't at all... Yep, I saw that coming. We get it, you love Stephen King. Well, who doesn't at least like one Stephen King story or film based on one of his books? Can I actually climb up this? Considering how easily Alan loses his breath, I doubt he'd have it in him to pedal the bike. You know what? That's a good point. Dude has the stamina of a asthmatic. I legit can't name anything good Stephen King was involved with. Okay, that's one thing to say, I guess. In light, you can hurt them. Thank you for pointing that out. We kind of figured that out at this point, but I imagine these are all just written with no specific order intended for the person reading them to read them in. You know, the person writing all of these and leaving all these, you know, like caches around, like, gotta have some good money, I'd say. Ooh! Twilight Zone episode.
Existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering the vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlis' trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What are you now?
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host 1,000 young, and all shall be glory.
No!
Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. Night Springs.
Wasn't that something, huh? Let's see. All the usage of the flashbang in this game makes me giggle because I keep remembering Spoonie's Let's Play of SWAT 4, which tried to simulate what happens if you get caught in your own flashbang. And then his AI teammate just keep making them go off in his own face, and he would shout, "You fool!" Mr. Derleth. Wow, that's a name I didn't expect today. Derleth was a guy involved with getting Lovecraft's works published. Complicated story. That's interesting. Alvin Derleth. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that part. August Derleth was the real guy's name, though. So close enough. I'm sure they didn't want to get too close in terms of names, you know? I feel like the references are apparent, especially if you are into that side of, you know, Lovecraft stuff. You obviously know your stuff just because, you know, that's the kind of media that you consume. I wouldn't have gotten that reference way back when I first played this game, and even now, because I'm not really that familiar with Lovecraft's work. So thank you for pointing out a reference that I wouldn't have noticed. Anyways.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
That phrase, media you consumed, bothers me. It sounds like I eat his books with ketchup. Me personally, I would consume my books with a little bit of sriracha sauce. A little spice goes all the way, you know? Ooh, maybe brown gravy. Oh boy. Close, there we go. Ran out of flashbang grenades. Either way, we still made pretty easy work of that. Imagine a cooking spin-off of this game, call it Alan Bake. I'd play the hell out of that, actually. I would absolutely. Especially if it was made by the same studio behind this. Anyways, we need to head there that way. Is there any... Can we actually go up there? I don't remember if or not we can. I know in my few playthroughs that I've done in this game, I didn't exactly explore a lot. I was more focused in, like, going into combat scenarios and, you know, just going on with the story, because I love seeing the story unravel in this game. More batteries. Makes me feel like I should be consuming the batteries more. Well, I should be using up the batteries. And fine, if you don't like me using the phrase media you consume, how about media that you view? Yeah, media that you view. Oh, hey, look, we haven't seen one of these in forever. Coffee thermos. And I just had a cup of coffee while playing this before, and I finished my coffee like 20 minutes ago.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
Media you indulge
Today,
works, I
I
guess.
would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Can we read this? No. Unfortunate, but oh well. Let's see. Consuming the batteries with what? How about with some, fruit juice? How about some orange juice? Or some lemonade?
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the Dark Presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Just figured that we should go ahead and stop right here, because, you know, there's a car right here. Let's see. Anyone remember the Cooking Mama game on Wii about taking care of babies that came with a giant baby peripheral you'd shove the Wiimote into? I distinctly do remember that. Never heard anything about it, honestly. Wow, I am really bad at driving. Let's see. Coffee. Oh gosh, there's a certain prosecutor here. I can imagine Gatto just, like, going through the fucking through all of, you know, Alan Wake, just not even, like, being fazed by anything going on around him.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. And I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, little music.
Right after leaving his audience, like, on red, he just straight up puts music back on after a good, like, 2 minutes. Anyway, let's run away from the music. Nope. Last time that I had music, like, play for a decent amount of time on stream, it got partially blocked in some countries. Let's see. Duo, yeah, I remember that being mentioned in a review. It sounds pretty weird. IH Driving turns on Initial D music. Question, would you have dinner with Garfield? He's paying, but it's going to be lasagna no matter what. Well, I just had lasagna last night, so yeah, I'd love to go have dinner with Garfield. I know it's going to be a very one-sided conversation, because, you know, he never talks. Hey, I don't talk either most of the time during a meal. So, not going to be that awkward. Even if it is dinner with a cat. Either way, I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as an absolute win. A free meal and then get to have dinner with someone. Even if it is a cat. I love lasagna. Anything here? Besides the radio, of course. Hold on. Okay, I was just making sure that OBS is, like, capturing my audio. It looks like it is still.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that too. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Is that it? Okay. Anyways, imagine going to a restaurant and you see some guy eating across from an orange cat. That would sound pretty funny. And wow, this radio program sounds like one person talking to himself. I actually don't know if it is, like, both of those guys are credited by the same voice actor or not. Good way. There's nothing over here. I almost walked off like an idiot. Can we take this car? Oh, we can. Yeah, it might be better too. Kind of messed up the truck already. Oh! I'm really bad at driving.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Wow, Geek literally did steal a vehicle, and everybody will know. Kinda hard for everyone to not know whenever I just did it on a live stream. Anyways, well, there were some earlier residents in the area. The true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. That's pretty wicked. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich, but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. That's some cool stuff. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. And then he did an initial D drift. What can I say? I don't know what to say.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Wait,
Where the hell are you?
change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
You could have just said you were Speedy Boy. I mean, I guess I could have, but...
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Oh damn, I'm locked in. Okay, how do I get out then? Can I just go down this way? Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Ooh, shotgun ammo. Flare. Oh, yeah, I maxed out on that. Shoot the lock would be my guess. There wasn't a lock, though. Unfortunate as it is. Oh my gosh, you can't even take that fall? Oh, I didn't see the ramp. Oh, okay.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
The poet and his muse. Can always do with another revolver, even though it doesn't really do anything. At least we now know where to go now. I mean, where to go next. Okay. Yeah, okay. And make sure I don't take damage. Just gonna still grab that anyway. Oh, wait. I completely forgot about this. That didn't really help out. Talk about luck right there. Yo, let's go ahead and grab some ammo. You never do wrong with having maxed ammo. And I did not see that there. That probably would have helped out a lot as well, right there. I see the door over there. That's clearly where we're supposed to go next.
What the hell?
Damn. Like a tornado of darkness.
The only way
And
to reach
that
the
would-
hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Thanks for saying that, Alan. I'm going to say, well, I clearly don't want to die, so I'm going to have to find a way to turn off the electricity. Wait, was there a car here that I can use? I remember there being a car in this part. It's a twister. Come on, Alan. Clear. Come take Alan Clear to Oz. Better grab these in case. And of course that happens. Okay. So far, so good. Geek, what's your favorite console? Ah, chair. Oh, wait, never mind. Geek, what's your favorite console? Sadly, you are not allowed to pick the Sega game here. Well, geez. As if that limits my options. I guess it's either the Xbox 360 or the Nintendo 3DS, I guess. Those both have very strong titles on their, you know, their lists. I mean, how could a console with Star Fox 64 not be on, you know, one of my favorites? Trust no one in the dark? Yeah. Just McCrisp. What's your hair console? I like that one. That's a good nickname right there for Jispy. Huh. What is that making me think of?
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Are these guys just immune to explosive barrels or something? No, they're not immune, it's just that there's a certain, like, radius where they will be affected by it. I think the thing is that they were too far away from, you know, the explosive for it to actually affect them. Okay. We need to find a way to open this up, or... Okay. I mean, I guess that happened. I didn't get to see what it was, but it did happen. Don't know why I didn't think of walking in here first. Okay. Open it up. One of those guys was literally right next to the barrel when it went off, so I wonder. Probably a glitch. The only thing I can think of.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Okay, I'm doing well on shotgun ammo. I should go ahead and use it if I need to. Especially on the bigger guys. You can just say the Sega Game Gear. We all know it's your favorite. Oh, wait, I meant like that. There we go. Either way, we still have the flare gun. That's also really good for crowd control.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Okay. That happened. Nice. Of course. Raymond Chandler? This FBI agent sure knows a lot of old writers. Problem is, Chandler wrote mystery novels, not horror stories. I think that's more of a thing because Alan himself used to write mystery novels himself. He used to write about a detective known as Alex Casey, who, if you read the pages that you find scattered throughout Alan Wake, is clearly meant to be like a Max Payne stand-in, because Max Payne was also... The first two Max Payne entries were done by Remedy Entertainment, until they sold it off to Rockstar, if memory serves me right on that, how that went. You know, the guys behind Grand Theft Auto? Who also did the console versions of Max Payne 1 and 2.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Ooh, pump action. Come to me. Yeah, I heard the Wake guys made Max Payne. I believe the effect whenever Alan, like, gets a perfect dodge is meant to be a reference to Max Payne. You know that? It's like the bullet time effects. At least I think that's what the reference is supposed to be. Fun Rockstar fact, they used to be DMA Design, the company that made Lemmings, which I know I showed on a stream once. Yeah, I remember that. Let's see. Didn't DMA Design also make Space Station Silicon Valley? That one N64 game that's like really weird, with like taking place on a space station and you control a bunch of robotic creatures. Aren't they also in charge of like a Kirby game that wound up getting canceled as well? before, you know, they became Rockstar. Let's see. I've had the first Max Payne for PC sitting in a drawer, but never played it. Maybe I should. That'd be interesting to watch. I haven't played Max Payne myself, so that would be an interesting watch. That was DMA Design. I think they also made something called Body Harvest for N64. How did you get up there? Ooh, more flare gun ammo. That's how we do. Let's go ahead and switch to the flares, just in case. How did he get up there? He had just a ride on the glitch gremlin, or that twister from earlier left him stuck up there.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Oh, how pleasant.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
All these fallen trees make me think the real evil here is deforestation. Quick, call Captain Planet. I don't think he can do anything against the darkness. Oh, he got stuck. Worked out for us.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Is there anything in there? I can see if there was anything in there. I don't think there's actually any way to go in unless I missed a door. Nope. No way to go in. Oh.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Had been dead for a century. At least that's what Wake will say when people come asking about all the bodies with bullet holes. I don't even think they actually leave bodies behind. Great Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, the Great Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners face on a daily basis. Most of the men who've lost their lives over the years were buried there. A grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Great Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. Is that... Can you even read that on there? At least I can't read it. Wonder if it's any more legible in the remaster. Go ahead and quickly check around here. I didn't even... Never mind. Oh, a key. I didn't even see the key up there. So when does Professor Egad show up? I mean, you've had the flashlight for a while, but you still haven't gotten the poltergeist yet. Yeah, I'm not trusting that guy, honestly. I mean, if he's willing to sell out weapons to enemies, then I don't really want to trust him.
Anything outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
I feel like at this point it's kind of obvious what's going on. Oh wait, I didn't even see if that TV smoked up. Damn it. So, Alan Wake is going through a paranormal journey because he plagiarized Thomas Zane's script? Well, I mean, the paranormal stuff was already happening before Alan even started writing the manuscript. Just be... So, if anything, this is Thomas Zane's fault. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how you look at the whole thing, honestly. Especially with later revelations that come up, like during episode 5, or was it episode 6? Turn on the TV, let's watch some SpongeBob. I would if, you know, there was a button to turn it on. Unfortunately, there isn't. I would totally turn on some, like, season 1 through 3 of SpongeBob. Maybe some season 4.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Season 4 is also good. Yeah, that's why I said some season 4. Besides, SpongeBob will be a cable channel show, and that's clearly an antenna TV. That's a good point, Jispy. Anyways, how am I doing on shotgun ammo? 28. 8, so I'll go ahead and use the revolver ammo as much as I can. And then whenever need be... Make sure we don't fall here. Too far out of reach. Nope. Nope, not worth it. I don't even want to make it. This game just gave you the bird joke. Okay. We could watch some DVDs though, just be. So just put on some SpongeBob Season 4 DVDs. I don't even have any more SpongeBob DVDs now I think about it. I think I lost all of them whenever we moved out. Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. That's what the hell? That dust?
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Let's see. So, what I think is happening, Alan is hallucinating and all of this. And he actually killed his wife. No. That is... what game am I thinking of where that actually happened? This isn't Silent Hill 2. Okay, make a 3D platformer version of this game. Call it Alan Wonderland. No. I don't even... no, it's gross. Say, am I supposed to running away? Let's see, alternatively, these are actually the events of Thomas Zane's novel, and Alan is just a fictional character Zane is writing. Could be. But Alan is becoming self-aware. Could be. That's all I'll say, could be. Anything is possible, I'd say. Where's...
I'd have to make my way up this mineshaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
I mean, you're in the under... like that. Oh, okay, I didn't see that right there. Use it. I've never actually heard the Undertale theme, actually. Believe it or not, I haven't. Somehow I haven't. Oh, thank goodness, I thought he was about to just careen off. Okay, okay. Just... That really, Alan, woke you up, didn't it? Not really, I mean, it's almost 9:30. But I do like moments where I have to use my brain a bit. I like little puzzles like that. I love puzzles. Let's see what's up here. Ooh, more flares. Lucky me. Yeah, no, I don't plan on dying, so I'm not gonna try jumping off. Oh, would you look at that, either way.
Great. Another cable car. Just great.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it either, Alan. But we gotta make do with what we have. Oh, why did he throw it off? Oh, it just naturally falls through. For whatever reason. fortunate for us that we still made it across. Okay, game, we get it. The Birds is the only Alfred Hitchcock movie you've seen. Look on the draw there. Okay, we still got good. We still have 4 or 5.
Shit.
Although, to be fair, The Birds is also the only Alfred Hitchcock movie that could be referenced like this. A lot of Hitchcock films have situations too specific. Yeah, I see what you mean. Is there anything here? Nope. Better go ahead and reload then. Hey, another hunting rifle. Like, Rear Window is about a guy thinking he had witnessed a murder from his window and trying to prove it. Birds is just birds attacking a town. Good point. Good point. Man, the trek through here is a lot longer than I remembered. I feel like if we were to do this trek in real life, it would take just as long. Of course. Let me guess, birds? Oh, no, never mind. At times like this, you wish Alan Wake had Rivali's Gale in a paraglider. No, not really. It's just that I don't remember the state, areas being so big. I don't mind them being big, it's just that I don't remember them being this big. It also doesn't help with how frequently I've had to stop.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Who's what? Blanking on the... Looks like I have to step away again. Okay, I'm back. I think whenever we just reach the end of this episode, I'll go ahead and call it a night. It's already getting late, and, pretty sure y'all already want to go ahead and go to sleep already. We shouldn't be too far away from, the end of this chapter. It should be, like, another, 20 or so minutes, I think. Assuming that, we do not, get interrupted or die again a lot of times. I know there are several points in this game where, you can die a lot, too. But I feel like those come towards, the end of the game whenever, naturally, it's expected to be difficult. I'm just trying to remember which way to go at this point. There is a bit of that every now and then with this game, as y'all have seen. Just moments where you're wondering, where the heck do I go now? Sounds like screaming. Oh. Let's see. Kick it. CW and TZ. I'm trying to remember who CW is. I know TZ is supposed to be Thomas Zane. Tom, you talk to me on TV. Tom. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Tom. Someone certainly loves Tom. Tom. Okay. Tom. I curse you, Thomas Zane. Clara. Or something of the other. I think the name came up earlier. Yeah, I remember. I think I remember that now. Clara, the lady obsessed with the lights, right? Or something of the other. I remember it being the lady obsessed with the lights. Always good to have this. Tom, the Piper's son, stole a pen and away he ran. And away he run. Oh no, it says Tom, the Piper's son, stole a pig and away he run. Okay. I couldn't read that because there's a little bit, icon blocking out a little bit of your messages every now and then. Shit paste. And that's why we preserve our items. Gosh, I can't see right now. Yeah, I hate the heart icon. You can't remove it. Yeah, it really sucks. Doesn't really serve much of a purpose, I feel. I remember there being something here. Then again, I say that with a lot of areas in this game.
could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Nice gaslighting there.
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
Previously on...
Man, I cannot wait to start Chapter 4 soon. Man, that's... Chapter 4 is such a good... Episode 4 is so good. It's really friggin' good. The setting of Episode 4 is really good, especially, like, once they start getting through it. It's gonna be great. Let me tell ya. But I guess that's going to be it for Alan Wake today. I don't know if I plan on streaming any more Alan Wake this week. Probably like Friday or Saturday, hopefully, or Sunday, somewhere around there. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the chat open for a few more minutes, so that way, about 43, 44, somewhere around there, I'll go ahead and call it a stream. So episode 4 isn't going to be another chapter running through a forest. Well, that's pretty much what most of Alan Wake is, but I mean like the general area that they wind up running to. Probably the best setting of the, areas that Alan will end up running throughout the game, in my opinion. Duo said he might stream Friday, so maybe Saturday, okay. I guess so. Saturday, Sunday, one of those, then. Alright, guess I'll keep that in mind whenever it comes to the next streaming session. Anything else that needs to be said before I go ahead and call it a stream? So what do you think of it so far, Jispy? I should have asked that, like, right as we were ending the episode. Not unless the duo needs to speak, I need rest. Okay, what do you think about Alan Wake so far? That's what I was trying to say. I don't know if you heard me or not. Just asking, what do you think of Alan Wake so far? To be honest, it started out fun, but it's feeling a little padded now. Yeah, I can see that, especially since the whole plot of Alice being taken by kidnappers ended up being fake. I feel like if it was just the darkness doing it, then it probably would have, like, flowed a little better, in my opinion, maybe. I can see that being the case. That could just be my own sleepiness speaking, though. But honestly, I feel like the game could have done without the whole fake kidnappers angle. Not that it doesn't bother me too much, but I like it. But the game could have done without it, because it feels like it's a little padding for time right there. I mean, it turns out that the last two episodes that we've gone through really don't amount to much besides all the world building that we've gone through in regards to Thomas Zane and his muse. To be fair, this was one reason I didn't like gaming as much during this era. A lot of games feel like they had one good idea and then stretched it thin. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is my go-to example for that. I'd like to hear more about that, but honestly, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream here because dinner is right next to me and I have been just really wanting to go into it. I'm really hungry. It's chicken. Want to eat me some of that chicken already. Alright then, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's just you, but thank you so much to Duo Stuff, Retro Gamer Yasuke, Cherry, for all popping up during the stream every now and then. It's been good to have an audience watching me play one of my favorite games from the Xbox 360 era again. So if you guys enjoyed this, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are already subscribed, but please go ahead and leave a like on this stream, comment about whatever in regards to Alan Wake, hopefully. Please also consider joining Renegade today by subscribing. I'm pretty sure most of y'all are already subscribed, but just, subscribe if you aren't subscribed already to join the Random Brigade. And that's it. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Random Geek, and that will